We're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Hey, guys. It is Old Manchi, RDS, back again for the match reaction. We're live. I want to be consistent. So we're live at 10:30 for these match reactions. We could go live after the game, yeah, I don't. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at WeUnitedX, and make sure you smash the notification button for latest Manchester United news and more. So obviously, it was a win. It was a win, and ultimately, I think a deserved win. I think ultimately at Old Trafford. I mean, although that you'd say you would expect, or you should expect, Manchester United to be beating Brentford at home quite comfortably. Incidentally, I hope this means that any kind of talk of the Brentford guy being manager is kind of sort of put to rest now. I hope that's been put to rest now. I hope no one is talking about the Brentford coach and potentially replacing Ten Hag, because there's nothing that I saw from Brentford today where I thought, you know what, I really want this guy. Thomas Frank. That it's his name, so I can forget the name right now. So yeah, Thomas Frank. I really want Thomas Frank as Manchester United manager. That just was not the thought process at all. So yeah, I think that I mean, I must confess, being in the UK, it was difficult to find streams for this game. It was the 3:00 show, so in the UK, it's like basically media blackout. I don't know why they still do it, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, United got the win. United got the win. Obviously, United were down at the end of the half. I think ultimately the first 20 minutes were not great. But United did get into the game. We did create a lot of opportunities, and it felt like it was going to be a situation, much like it's been with many games, where we defensively are reasonable, okay, we're solid, but for some strange reason at the attack ends up being a problem. And I'd still say the attack is still some of a problem, but it was good to score goals today. But for the first goal, I don't really know what happened. I think a lot of people are blaming the medical staff. I mean, I don't think you can blame the referee, because ultimately, if the referee sees blood, the player's got to go off and get it sorted out. I think you can't blame the referee there. Could you use some common sense and say, Shakar? I don't know. I think it's a protective thing. They're following the rules. The medical staff. Does he play with a bandage you wrap around? I don't know. I think people blame him seeing the bandage, but at the same time, maybe De Ligt said he didn't want to have the bandage on. I have no idea. Regardless of who is to blame, at the end of the day, for me, the major culprit fault for that goal before the end of that was Dalot, because Dalot gave the unnecessary set piece away, and Dalot was also not marking his man properly. So he was a bit sloppy there. We go down, and the frustration, the anger that he, as you can imagine, from was obviously not good, like at all. Like it wasn't good at all. But by the way, big up Lucky and Eddie in the chat. I see comments. Let's just have a quick look. And big up Fortnite would have better those medical. Well, I mean, they've inherited them, so they inherited that team. So maybe they'll do something. I don't really know. I hope they do, but we'll see what happens. And big up Lucky seeing it in the chat as well. Always good to see you, and Lucky as well. I think that the mentality, and this is why I keep on saying the United, is that like the manner in which some of the goals are conceded sometimes are just so amateurish that you do wonder, like, how is this team ever going to win a major a trophy again, when again and again we see these types of goals being conceded over and over again? Not because the teams have completely outplayed us and cut us open, but because the defensive and people switching up and not really paying attention, it's criminal. it is actually criminal, you know, and that was the summary of that goal. And obviously, we go down, but credit to Manchester United in the second half. We came back into the game quick, fast, in a hurry. Garnacho obviously scored, which was brilliant. You know, I think it was good ball in for Marcus Rashford. Garnacho fires it in, and we equalize early second half, and that's what you need at Old Trafford. And suddenly the momentum switched. Suddenly Brentford under pressure, and then not too long later, a nice pass from Bruno into Hojlund, and Hojlund with a nice dink over striker's finish, and it's 2-1. And there we go. And you'd like to hope that we could go on and kill off the game. More so we didn't, you know, and I think that's the difference with this team. This United team is in a transition where we're in a team that loses their head if we're down versus a team that can sometimes come back and get results. But what we're not a team yet is a team that can just start the game and just kill the game off and go on the front foot. We can't seem to do that yet. And also we can't seem to we can't seem to you know, when we do come back, when we do go ahead, we can't seem to see out a game well. You know, we saw this game right now, but there was still issues, there was still trickies, there were still issues, there were still people worrying what happens if Brentford equalize, you know. I mean, based on this result puts us 11th with a fixture. I think United's next fixture, if I'm mistaken, is so there you go. There's the table, 11th behind Bournemouth with a -2 goal difference. A -2 goal difference. We have one of the worst goal differences in the league and have scored one of the least amount of goals. Anyway, if I look at the matches, I think United's next. So obviously away on Thursday, away to Fenerbahce, good old Jose, and then West Ham on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And West Ham, to be fair, have not been great. So if United go on the front foot, that could be a win before we have to face Chelsea the following week, which I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to. I'm really not looking forward to playing this just Chelsea side, a Chelsea side that look like they're doing, they could do something. You know, they're playing Liverpool and then they're going to play United, and I think they play Arsenal as well, something. So they've got a difficult run, but you know, it's going to be interesting. Lucky Ericsson, Ahmad, looking similar to crossing the give one box of the head. Well, hopefully, buddy. Eddie, a lot of Ollie mentality at this club, can't stop well or kill games hardly ever. I mean, you say that Ollie though, but I mean, you know, the best football sort of Ollie when you had that. The best football sort of Ollie was when we had that front four of Rashford, Martial, Garnacho, and Greenwood. They were just interchanging and just doing the business. That was a sight to see. You know, when they're all on top, all on form, it was brilliant to see. We just don't have that anymore now, and it's a shame, unfortunately. So yeah, but overall, we won the game. Does this? I think the question is, is this inevitable? Does this buy Erik Hag time? Well, I think if you look at the fixtures as I showed you, in fact, let's go back to the fixtures. So I keep on going back and forth. You know, if we look at these fixtures, international break here. First win, you've got Fenerbahce away, West Ham at home, and then Leicester City. These are all winnable games. Although Fenerbahce might be a bit tricky, these are all winnable games. Okay, and Jose will have a point to prove. But Jose is not that good now, and Fenerbahce not doing that well either. So we've got to go and win there. West Ham away, you go and win, and then Leicester. So you could have a situation where United go on and win these 4 games. But the big test, if there's going to be any noticeable change or anything that's going to happen this season, it's going to be Chelsea at home. Win at Chelsea at home, and then maybe you can do something. Because if United do win here, you've got Panathinaikos at home, you've got 3 home games. The next 5 games, if you beat Chelsea, you've got Panathinaikos at home, you've got Leicester City at home, Should be straightforward. You've got Ipswich Town away. So you got winnable games here. Border limit for Everton at home. So after Chelsea, you've got 5 games, 4 which are at home, that are winnable before you face Arsenal in December. So there is, as much as I say this, there is potentially a legitimate chance of Ten Hag getting something. And it's going to frustrate me because it's like, if the issue is Ten Hag, really and truly, he should have been sacked during this international window. Because if you look at the schedule right now, there's a chance here. There's a chance to go on a good run if these players can be motivated to win 4 games in a row, then go at Chelsea, and hopefully by then the injured players, the Mainus, the Shaws, and stuff like that, everyone is back so that we can potentially do something. You go on another run until Arsenal away, which will obviously be difficult, but even then, after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, you got Forest, Victoria Pleasant, okay, City away, be tricky, but then you've got Bournemouth, Wolves, so United have reasonable fixtures to go on a decent run. The question is, will they? I don't know. We will wait and see. But the season is not lost. It's not lost yet anyway. Let me know who you're. In fact, we'll obviously do man of matches, but let me know who your man of match was in the comments, guys. Remember, if you're into the channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Twitter at WeUnitedX, as you can see in the description below. Let's quickly, what we'll quickly do now is just go to the player ratings now. Just quickly change this here. All right. Okay. So let's go to the player ratings now. And obviously it's interactive, so let me know. Big up the United stand for these is always really, really good and really good, useful to do. So let's do this. Sorry, it's got comments in here. Oh, Garnacho man of match. Yeah, I think we'll probably we get to that actually. Okay, so Onana, he made a few good key saves. Yeah, I think it's overall solid performance. I'll give him a 6. Yeah. Okay. I think he is. Yeah, I think he's settling down for us. We're not conceding as many shots, I think, which is good. But yeah, he's settling in for us. I still want to see more from him. Way more from Onana. So, but he is settling in for us. He is. Dallo, much better in the second half. I'm going to give him a 6. I know some people, yeah, I'm going to give him a 6 just because of what happened in the first half, and that unnecessarily put us into pressure. Yes, I know people blame the medical team for the as to why we're down to the men, etc. So, but we didn't need to concede the set piece early on the first instance, and it was his guy. So, but overall, still a solid performance. He won the game. So. De Ligt likewise, I'll give De Ligt well, this is 7. Yeah, actually no. I'll give De Ligt a 7. Yeah, De Ligt actually did have a solid game today, actually. Let me give De Ligt a 7 actually. So he did have a solid game today. And he has struggled, I think, the last 2 games. I think even against Villa, let's be real, Evans was the one that outshone him. And speaking of Johnny Evans, I'll give Johnny Evans a 7 as well. I mean, good old reliable Johnny Evans. I mean, Maguire's out injured. Martinez was now fitting out at left back. Euro's obviously injured as well. And Evans comes in and does a job. He does a job for us at the end of the day. I don't know what would we be like without Johnny Evans? We don't seem to be having any solid centre backs coming from the academies as yet. They've not been sold. I assume we're not wanting to sell these players because Tarek Tangsat didn't want to sell Scott McTominay because of the laws, the rules. He had to. He was forced to. which is not really ideal. And these are the same laws that City have been manipulating, and people have been moving around, and it's just not good for anyone, So, but yeah, big up to Johnny Evans, man. Lisandro, I mean, it's difficult to score him. I'll give him a 6. It's difficult to score him because he had an okay game, but he's playing at left back. It's not his position. I don't think he's had a great start since coming back. So, but it was okay. It was all right. Casemiro, yeah, no issues with Casemiro today. They did seem to be cutting from midfield quite a bit still, but I'll give Casemiro a 6. No real concerns. Same thing with Eriksen as well. Some people have gone 7. I give him a 6 at the Eddie, but we can't. The Casemiro and Eriksen and Bruno is not something that can continue for the long haul. It's really not. We can't continue this same process. It's just not going to happen. Red Devil Studio, West Ham do have players out. Yeah, West Ham have 2 key players out. Well, hopefully we can take advantage of that. But I mean, the game is next weekend, so they've still got time, and we will play an additional game because we're playing in the Europa League on Thursday, so it might not be necessarily be an advantage. Bruno, good passing. Let me give Bruno's 6. He did. That was a good pass to Hojlund. Fine, yeah. I mean, I'll give him a 6. Well, I'm influenced by it, but yeah, I think an average performance. It certainly had a better performance compared to his recent performances. I would definitely agree with that. It was nice that he could at least play and he wasn't sent off for once, So, but we could still see better though. We could still there could still be better from this player. I think there could still be. Garnacho, yeah, let me give Garnacho much. Garnacho, give an 8 is 7. I was 7, 8. It's difficult because I think Garnacho probably is my man of the match. But yeah, 8 is I don't know. 8 is too strong. 8 for me is a really, really good performance. I think he had a good performance. I think he was our best player, but I still think the decision making by our attackers is not great, and we just aren't putting away the chance that we should. Our attackers seem to get away far more with not doing anything than our defenders do. But like I said, he's my man of the match. Rashford, brilliant pass to Garnacho for the first goal. Did he do much else? Yeah, no, he played well. He was doing. I'll give him a 6. Some people saying 6.9, 7. I'll give him 6. For me, average performance, but much more improved performance than Marcus Rashford. Hojlund, good to get the confidence back. I'll put Hojlund as a 7 as well. He is a striker. Let's be honest. Hojlund is much more of a striker, than Xerxes is. Oh yeah, Kudos will be out. Actually, you're right. Kudos got the red card, so he won't be playing. So, but who knows? It's West Ham. But yeah, Rasmus, very, very. I just hope the confidence comes back with this guy. That's all. I just really, really hope that his confidence comes back. Lindelof, he's a substitution, so 5. No, we won, so 6. Matswari came on, I think 6 as well. Ugarte came on, really, but I'll give a 6 as well. Xerxes, the thing is, Xerxes, man, hold up play is good, but he's not. It's clear to me that Rasmus is a striker and Xerxes is not, and you do wonder with some of the chances that Xerxes did have, if it was Rasmus in that position, would Rasmus have scored them? We've got to figure out a way to get Xerxes in his team, and the only way I can think of it as a support striker was a number 10 playing behind Hojlund, but he can't be the striker, and that's not his game. Big up, I think that's Jarvis in the chat. Big up, Jarvis, man. Hope you're doing, man. Hope you're doing well. Big up, man. Big up. Oh, everyone's turning up now. I've only got 10 minutes left. I'm gonna have to round up. So, but yeah, so you're gonna have to scroll all the way back and look at the show. Sorry. FB says, I'm sorry, the fans who are gassing up at Horn's expense are the worst. Yeah, I mean, I just think they're different players. Xerxes, for me, and I knew this before he signed United, so that's why I was a bit confused to why I was signing him. I never viewed this guy as a striker. I view this guy as well, like you said, a 9.5, someone who can probably chip in some goals, but really he's a flexible player. He'll play on the left, he'll play number 10, he'll play up top. He's a utility player, so not a expert. So if Xerxes is gonna be in this team, it should be as to support the other front four. So if Rashford's not there or whatever's not there, put Xerxes on the left or put him where Bruno is, or maybe if Hojlund's injured, you can put him where Hojlund is and get him to float. That's it. It's not to be a striker replacement. It shouldn't be. But because Hojlund got injured, he inevitably did become one. So that's what happened. Erik ten Hag, let's give him an average performance, So I'm saying average is because this is at least the level of the standard of football that I expect Manchester United to play. If Manchester United play to this level, then at least we can say that there's no issues, or we can build upon the issues. But if they don't, as we saw with what happened with Liverpool at Old Trafford, with Spurs at Old Trafford, and what happened with Porto away, conceding 3 goals all each in those games due to terrible mistakes and mismanagement. And but I agree with Lucky as well. I don't know what's happened where Ten Hag has now gone off Ahmad. Ahmad for me is still our most intelligent forward, and I don't know why Ten Hag is gone now with just Garnacho and Rashford now. It doesn't even play Ahmad unless there's something going on. I don't know. For me, he's our most intelligent wing player, and he's not getting picked, and that's starting to annoy me. But it is what it is. It's on Ten Hag. Ten Hag is the one that's in charge of his destiny with his job, and if he's going to get himself sacked, it'll be because of him, and it'll be nobody else. This just is what it is. Yeah, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Obviously, for those who are tuning late, you can go back and watch and brief deep dive. Obviously, there's the Europa League game on Thursday. We'll hopefully be live for that. To watch the Manchester United versus Fenerbahce game, we will definitely be live for that. Because I just want to see this Jose Mourinho reunion. I want to see this Jose Mourinho reunion. It's going to be really good. And then obviously the weekend with the West Ham game. These are, for me, we're at this point where for Ten Hag and for United, these are must-win games. We need to start picking up points in this Europa Conference League thing and start trying to win, because we were looking at the teams. We should be one of the favorites to win this competition. We really should be. And if we beat West Ham, we need to at least be looking up the table, not below. But let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, like I said, remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at We United X, and smash the notification button for latest Manchester United news and more. Have a nice day and cheers. Peace. Big up everyone in the chat as well. Lucky Singh, Jarvis, FB, Eddie, everyone who's be tuning in. Get your comments in below. Cheers. Peace.